Hello, everybody. As I said in the chat, thank you for being here today. And thank you very much for all the people who are at different places in the world, are in a different time zone, and maybe it's not the best time for them. As David said, I hope you are really running this pandemic as well as you can. And for that reason, I think I have to thank you in capital letters to be here again. So let me just present something about a few slides about the university and the research at the university, just an overview, because related to your field of research and doctoral program, David will show you the big lines. So the Open University of Catalonia has 7 faculties or departments. We call it in Catalan studies. It's a faculty around an idea of disciplines or big disciplines. One is arts and humanities, health sciences, information and communication sciences, law and political science, economics and business, computer science, multimedia and telecommunications, and psychology and education sciences. We are roughly about 400 professors and researchers at the university. And we have students from over 130 countries, exactly 134 countries around the world. So, but we have, as you see, 81,000 graduates and almost 76,000 students. And you can see, if we only have 400, or we only are 400 professors, how is the miracle produced? So the miracle is thanks to all these teaching staff collaborators. More than 5,000 people are helping us to deliver our teaching and helping students to pursue their goals. And also we have more than 500 tutors that help all the different students, and you will meet your tutor at the doctoral program. So regarding the research, our research, it's, as you see, or as you can read, transdisciplinary. That means across disciplines. There's an intersection between disciplines that has that allows to a new discipline that is transdisciplinary. And it is also our research. We look for our research to be translational. That means that we are looking at our research to be applied also in the real world, and looking at the final users of our research. And as our rector says, we are not a traditional university. We don't want to survive. We want to transcend. That is why we integrate cutting-edge research as an inherent feature in our university. So the research focus at the UOC is that the research contributes to the challenges facing global societies in the 21st century by studying the interaction of human activity with technology, with a specific focus on the network society, online learning, and digital health. And you can see our research ecosystem, that research which is at the frontier between human sciences and technology, as a triple helix, the typical triple helix of the DNA, with the different bases being the researchers and professors from centers and faculties or departments. They are forming the different research groups that belong to these three strands that are somewhat related between them. And one is the Network Society, with the IN3, the Internet Interdisciplinary Institute, as a research center with its research groups, but also there are other research groups at the different departments or faculties that are also doing research in this network society. There are also a strand regarding e-learning. There are different research groups at the different departments and centers conducting different e-learning research. Most of them are conducting research in different disciplines and also in e-learning. So this is finally the digital health, which is a new strand from 3 years ago, which is mostly run at the eHealth Center and the different research groups that also has in the health science studies, psychology studies, and also the computing science studies. So we also have a strategic plan at the whole university, which used to be from 2014 to 2020, but because of the pandemics, we decided to extend it to the 2021, and we will, in the meantime, we will study the new strategic challenges that the pandemic faces, that the pandemic has to be taken into account in these strategic challenges that we are going to design the next strategic plan for the year 2022 to 2025. So in this strategic plan, we have a specific action plan on the USC R&I, and you can see here in that slide the outputs that we at the university achieved in 5 years. So the researchers measured in full-time equivalents from 2014 to 2019, 68 to almost 250. The competitive funds from the European Commission, from the Spanish government or the Catalan government, and also from the international funds. We were able to raise funds, doubled these funds from 2014 to 2019. And the scientific papers being 278, being last year 472, and it's still rising. So now focusing on the European Framework for Research Careers, which is in 4 parts, you are now in the R1 stage. It is the first stage researcher. That means up to the point of PhD. And after that, you will become the R2, the recognized researcher. That means PhD holders or equivalent, that the document says, who are not yet fully independent conducting his or her research. And once this researcher becomes independent to fulfill their own research, is an established researcher to finish the career at R4, which is a leading researchers that lead their research area or field. It takes about 20 or 10 years or maybe more. It depends on the career, the individual career, and the institution. So from my point of view, a PhD is a very high level education and training to understand and solve complex problems. And complex problems are everywhere, not only in the university. So why a PhD degree? Well, because it's a terminal education degree, because it's a must for an academic career, because it's a first step towards creation of intellectual capital, because it's addition to the prestige of an individual, and because it's a satisfaction of intellectual curiosity. But also, it's at its core determined by an interplay between professional research experience and personal development. You must take it into account. The most important outcome of which is an individual trained to have a unique set of high-level skills. To put it in the lake of European research universities, doctoral programs, the ones that you are going to start or follow, aim to train researchers to the highest skill levels to become creative, critical, and autonomous intellectual risk takers in pushing the boundaries of frontier research. So research and the people trained in it inspire many of the ideas, aspirations, and actions that contribute to the vitality of society and its capacity for bold creativity in responding to whatever the future might bring. That the pandemic is here. And well, we have some challenges to pursue, some difficulties to overcome. So following an article, I just said some ideas that your supervisors will tell around during your PhD development. First, maybe if you need to do so, you have to reset your expectations. Maybe you have to change a little bit. It sometimes happens without the pandemics. So maybe there will be lockdowns, or we will say, and you will need to reset it. Second, learn things that will help you with your PhD. This is self-explanatory. But third, keep progressing your PhD and remain connected in your field. And finally, keep progressing your PhD and remain connected in your field. Oh, sorry. It's exactly the same. It was 3 only. But what I wanted to say is that some 20 years from now, you may be running your own research project, either in the public sector or in the private sector, and you will tell your students or coworkers about how you did your PhD during the pandemic. So let me say just that I'll see you around, virtually or physically. So good luck in your beginnings. If you are ready to begin, just go on and feel safe, stay safe.